Hello bros, and welcome to Succubus Profile Production, and the next part is Sakura Succubus 2. So, we can see Hazel stretching. Well, this is the first time we meet her in person, and from what I can see, yeah, she's definitely wearing underwear. Alright, let's see what it says. It's Hazel. Oh my. She looks lovely today, too. She's not even playing yet, but one can certainly see the tension in her arms and legs. The bulging of her muscles, the sheen of sweat upon her brow, her piercing green eyes. She really is the perfect woman. Perfect seems like a bit of a stretch, but I am inclined to agree with her. The thirsty receptionist on at least one point. Hazel does look lovely. She's standing on the edge of one of the courts, performing a series of warm-up exercises. First, she stretches her arms and her legs. Then she sinks to the floor and reaches for her toes. She looks utterly wrapped in these exercises. She isn't paying me nor the receptionist a blind bit of attention. Maybe she didn't hear us come in. Her concentration is unbreakable. Though she's smiling, there is a hard glint to her eyes. She looks just like she did on the video my boss sent me, when she dealt the final serve in the winning tennis match. Her determination is commendable. This woman has a serious grit. I could watch her for hours. I think the receptionist could too. She stares at Hazel unabashedly. One hand held to her cheek in a way that reminds me of Hifumi. Oh, she's so lovely. She makes this job of mine worthwhile. Seeing her every single morning always brightens my spirits. I wish I could spend more time with her. The receptionist glances at me, her lips pursed. But I suppose I can. Not now you've come to monopolize her attention. Call me paranoid, but I think I'm detecting a hint of resentment in the receptionist's voice. I guess she is none too happy about this arrangement. Oh well, a job is a job. I got to make some shots of Hazel regardless of what she thinks. Do you think it'd be alright if I called out to her? I'd like to introduce myself. By all means, she knows you're coming. I'd prefer it if you could get this over and done with as soon as possible, to be quite honest. Take as many photos as you want and don't be shy that I'm here. Please go ahead. How the hell did that happen? Maybe I should put it somewhere that where it won't fall again. Let's not for as long as I'm recording. I had to put something away just before I started this episode, and it just fell. At least it's not easily breakable. Take as many photographs as you want, and don't be shy that I'm here. Please go ahead. Okay, that doesn't seem alright. I don't think the receptionist is allowed to stay for a photo shoot. Thanks, but I think I prefer to do this with Hazel, just me and her. That would make things easier. What? The receptionist bristles. Are you saying you don't need me here? Well, I didn't want to be rude, but no, not really. You've shown me where Hazel is, so you can return to your desk now. I don't want to interrupt you. Oh, I see how it is. You want Hazel all to yourself, don't you? I thought I might be imagining it before, but now I know that it isn't the case. This woman is seriously glaring at me. What does she expect me to say to that? I want to be rude to that receptionist because she has technically stepped over the line a bit. So I'm gonna make her worry. Oh well, if she's going to act like this, I might as well try to shoot her down. Exactly what I wanted to do. Chances are I'm never going to see her again, so... Yes, I want her to myself. Thank you for understanding. Why you? The receptionist glares at me. I knew this would happen, but I had hoped you would be less brazen about it. Young men are always so shameless. This is why I can't stand you kind. They're not a kind. They're a species. The same species as tackling women are also. My kind. She's talking about me like I'm some sort of sea creature. What is this woman's deal anyway? There's something not quite right about her. I'm not talking about her unabashed obsession with Hazel. Isn't she being way too antagonistic? You've seen how wonderful Hazel is and now you want to possess her. I can't say I blame you on that score. Hazel is wonderful, but don't try anything funny, alright? If you do, I castrate you. Now that's a pretty scary threat. Don't worry about that. My visit here is purely professional. Good. Then that better be. If I find out you laid so much as a single finger upon my Hazel. So she is her Hazel now. My and alarm bells are ringing. I won't get a bad end if I piss this woman off too much, will I? She doesn't have a sprite, so I guess we can be as mean as we want to that receptionist. There will be hell to pay, I can promise you that. I don't disbelieve her either. Now please remember, you only have 1 hour with Hazel. When your time is up, I have to ask you to leave. I can't have you distract Hazel for too long. She has an important tournament coming up and she needs the practice. When you finish, stop by my desk so I can sign you out, alright? Right. And here's another thing to keep in mind. Oh god, what else? As you're not a member of this sports center, you're not allowed to wander around indiscriminately. You have to stay here in the tennis courts. If I catch you somewhere you don't belong, you have to pay a penalty. Somewhere I don't belong, like where? Oh, I don't know. The woman's changing room, perhaps. The receptionist gives me a sidelong look before she turns her head. I remember you once again. You only have 1 hour. Then she leaves. I watch her as she pushes open the door, then stalks off. I breathe an audible sigh of relief when she finally disappears. Now I no longer feel like I'm on tenterhooks. I can talk with her one-on-one like I always intended. I just hope that this meeting is beneficial for the pair of us. With a bit of luck, I'll be able to get all the snaps I want today. Then I never have to return to this place and I never have to deal with that receptionist ever again. I'll be free. Before that, however... I clear my throat and call out to Hazel. It's nice to meet you, Hazel Williams. I heard a lot about you. My name is Ogasawa Hiroki, and I've come to photograph you for the Sakura Daily. Would you mind if I took a few seconds of your time? Oh, Hiroki. As she snaps her head up, she gets to her feet and jogs over to me, her face flushed from exertion. Well, considering she has a sprite like this also, I guess she gonna be in Sakura Succubus 3, because there's not a lot left of Sakura Succubus 2. She's a bit sweaty after all those stretches, and her clothes are clinging to her body. Her hair mussed up, and at the pleats of her white skirt are rumpled. I do my best not to gawp at her tights. I did hear about you, yes. Hiroki told me you were going to drop by. Hiroki? Would that be the receptionist who works here? Yes, that's right. I come here to train every day, so she and I get on pretty well. So that woman called Hiroki, is she? That's good to know. Really though, that's such a poetic name. I can't think of a more fitting name given the way she's salivating over Hazel. It's so funny. I can't stop myself from sniggering. Ah, ha. Oh? Hazel peers up at me. What is it, Rookie? Is it something on my face? Hazel, I can't help but notice it's being far from familiar than Rookie was. She's not calling me by my name, my family name, though we're strangers. It's that because she's only half Japanese. She's very forthright. Or she's also a succubus. Yeah, we'll see. Oh no. I was just thinking. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Hazel nods, but her expression is uncomprehending. Where's Shiroki anyway? I figured you must met her already. Did she bring you in here? She did. As a matter of fact, she already left though. You were so focused on your warm-ups, you missed to have missed her. What? Really? Poor Hiroki. I should have greeted her. I don't want her to feel ignored. She's really super good friend to me. I appreciate her company a lot. We're very close, you see. But when I'm exercising, I get so into it that I blank out my surroundings. I hope she's not too mad at me. You don't need to worry about that. I don't know if she could be angry at you. She seemed far madder at me for taking up your time. Yeah. I can believe that. Hiroki can get kind of jealous. I tell her not to worry, she'll always be my dear companion no matter what, but she doesn't seem to listen. It's in one ear out the other with her. I hope she didn't give you a hard time. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle. Now, I reach for my bag, unzip it, and extricate a very expensive camera. We only have an hour together, well, more like 50 minutes after all that shattering. I want to make the minutes count, so we could probably get started with the photo shoot. I don't want to take up any more of your time than I already have. You care about me that much, huh? How thoughtful. I care about every client I work with. I know that you're a busy woman, Hiroki. Made it quite apparent that you're training for a big event. If our photography session was to run over, I think she'd flame me alive. If you were talking about anybody else, I call that a big extrication, but to be honest, I can't totally see Hiroki doing that. She's crazy about me. I love her, but I can be a bit of a pain at times. There's a laugh. Alright then, let's get this show on the road. She got stars in her eyes now. What sorts of picture do you want? Maybe some action shots? Do you want me to get a tennis racket? I can do a few serves if you like this. Look. Hazel picks up a racket before waiting for my response and gives it a swing. She's positively brimming with energy. She smiles, is a bright one and devoid of malice. Hiroki might have been standoffish, but Hazel is the exact opposite. Her friendliness is effusive, and it practically oozes out of her like a jelly of a stuffed donut. I like Hazel already. It looks like this photo shoot should be quite simple, straightforward one. She seems cooperative enough at any rate. Some action shots would be nice, but I thought you looked quite fetching when you were limbering up just now. Maybe I could take a few shots of you doing a few stretches first. Stretches? That's a great idea. Hazel sets the racket down again and beams. I'm sure you get some really dynamic shots like that. Plus, she leans in towards me, arms linked behind her back, her eyes becoming half-lidded, her voice sultry when she says, I'm incredibly little. I can pull off a whole load of complex poses, you know. I think Hazel's still talking about stretches. I hope she is at least, but that devilish little grin on her face giving me a whole number of inappropriate thoughts. They're going wicked thoughts. I can't afford to fantasize about Hazel Williams. I don't want to prove Yuroki right. I do. I would make every single take every single chance I have to make Yuroki mad, even if she flame me alive. I mean, if it's a person is a little bit too much about something, I means to exploit it in every way I can. For all I know, Hazel and Yuroki are an item that certainly explain Yuroki's possessiveness. I don't want to come between them. I came here to do my job, and that's it. I can control these urges. That does sound interesting, yes? Would you care to show me some of those poses? Cycle through a few different ones and snap away at various angles. Don't mind me? Okie dokie. Hazel grins. Whoa, this is exciting. I feel like a fashion model, or an idol, or something. I wonder if this is how Ayu feels before she does photo shoots for her CD covers. I was in the middle of adjusting the lens on my camera, but this comment makes me pause. Do you know Ayu? Of course I know Ayu. Who doesn't? She's like a national symbol. Her latest album was the top grossing album of the year. She's super cute. Her twin tails look soft and silky. I love her adorable little costumes. Her music's a lot of fun too. Listening to it always gets me hyped. I like putting on idle tracks while I'm working out. It really inspires me to do my best. Alright, I see. I should have figured. I was momentarily caught off guard by the mention of Ayu, but I really shouldn't have been. Lots of people know about Ayu. She is famous for a reason. I had wondered if Hazel like Ayu was a succubus. I think she is. Everything indicates that it's so far in my interpretation. But I guess these assumptions were off base. Why am I thinking about this now? I'm getting distracted. Alright, back to the shoot. Show me what you got. Yes, sir. I give you hit my all. Okay, that's the next picture, so I'm gonna save. And that was all I have for Sakura Succubus 2. This time, that's like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye!